Like, I love this job and I think it's secure, but I don't know. And I can't assume it's just going to be for like the next 20 years like I would like. But
working for yourself and doing this freelance work, it is more work, I would say, than having a day job.
So.
For sure, right? Because you kind of can't turn it off. Hi, my name is Chris Browning.
And I'm Brittney Castro.
And welcome to Our 2 Cents, where we dive into the money topics that everyone is talking about. Freelance work versus traditional jobs, the 9-to-5. Is the future going to be more of this freelance open, I'm a hired hand, I go from place to place, contract to contract, or are we still going to see this world where people need these more traditional jobs with a paycheck and a W-2 like we're all used to?
I think it really depends. I love jobs. I have one now, but I was self-employed for a long time before that. So I understand the benefits, and what was appealing at that time was freedom. I can make unlimited money, but there is a lot of responsibility that comes with it. Challenges, you have to constantly hustle, sell, make it work. Now, I love having the benefits of a job, which is steady paycheck, benefits, retirement plan. I still have a lot of flexibility because of the position I have, but I think all of that was possible because I put in the work, put in the time, put in the hustle, and now I could bring that all to the table. So I got a really good position that worked for my lifestyle and what I'm skilled at doing. But I still think ultimately having both is going to be optimal for people. So for example, I have my job and I still do side work, right? And I still use my skills on the side for other gig or whatever side hustle money. And that is good because who knows? I love this job and I think it's secure, but I don't know. And I can't, assume it's just going to be for the next 20 years like I would like. But, I think it's good for people to think creatively in how to leverage whatever skills they have and maximize it.
Oh, I think, that's a good way of putting this because it's like you're using the skills and the hustle that you learned working for yourself and then bringing that into a job probably feels refreshing for people when you get in there and as an employee. And, I first want to start by saying, if you have a job, please keep it because it's
your job.
Tough. It's tough in these streets
working
for yourself.
For real.
It's a lot. It is so much hustle. Mm-hmm. But if I take the other side of this, if I'm like, you know what? Okay, love a job, but also I can't ignore kind of the freedom and flexibility that it does give you working for yourself and doing this freelance work. It is more work, I would say, than having a day job,
so.
For sure, right? Because you kind of can't turn it off at
100%
times.
more work.
Always think about where the next dollar is coming from. But as someone for myself, I worked 9-to-5 my entire adult life, and it wasn't until maybe about 4 years ago where I stepped out and started working for myself.
We're opposite.
Right. Okay. Yeah. We're flipping around.
Yeah.
And it's a transition. But I have to say, it is nice. It's I've never had this much kind of autonomy over my time, which can be dangerous sometimes because I could just do nothing and make no money.
Yeah.
But also to be able to say, you know what, I don't feel good today. Or my parents need some help with something. I can go by there and check in on them. Or I'm going to help out my brother and my niece do something. I've never in my life been able to say, I'm going to go do these things. And I think so many of us crave that type of control of our lives that we don't have when you have a traditional job. So that is the one thing I can say, that's why I'm I'm holding on. Maybe I'll stay in this world longer just because of that freedom and flexibility that I think I love, and I know so many other people would love to have.
I think the reality is there's pros and cons to both, and you have to be very honest with yourself at whatever stage of life you're in. What do you need most? Do you need stability of a paycheck, of benefits, of I can check out, turn it off, go live my life? Or are you at a stage where you're I really want to pursue this dream I have, this vision, I'm ready to work, I'm ready to hustle, I'm ready to learn and do what it takes and make unlimited amount of money. And for me, it's it was nice to be I don't know. And I was never attached, even though I was self-employed for a long time. I was never attached. I was okay, well, if I'm going to go get a job, I'll go get a job. Or if I need to recreate my business, which I did many times when I had the business, I'll recreate it. So I was the constant not stuckness that I think we all need to have when it comes to work. What do you need to do because the world is moving fast.
It is.
Technology is changing the game fast, in a matter of months. AI is taking over most workplaces. So I think this being able to be flexible and pivot as much as we need is very important.
Hey, thanks for joining us here on Our 2 Cents.
And don't forget to hit us up in the comments with your 2 cents.